welcome to Nerds United's Cineverse. This is the show where I'm your host, Christopher, and we'll give you the latest from the world of movies, and we'll give you insight to what all means. And we have plenty of items going on in the world of movie news. And we got plenty of news items that are pretty interesting in their own right. And it's been kind of a juicy week, so I'm ready to get into it. First order of business, we will discuss James Wan directing the adaptation of Aquaman for Warner Brothers as part of the DC Cinematic Universe. And James Wan, as you all know, due to Fast and Furious fans, directed the 7th installment in the Fast and Furious franchise. And also, he's also known for his horror work. You know, I mean, I'm not too familiar with James Wan. I mean, I am familiar, but I haven't seen his horror films. I know I've never seen Fast 7 yet. I mean, Furious 7 yet. I know, shame on me. But it seems like an interesting choice. I mean, it seems like he's done things with the horror genre that, you know, no one has. I mean, he seems like he's he's doing things in the genre have never been done. Causing kind of excitement in the genre compared to, you know, the usual offerings of horror films nowadays, where it was just really relying on cheap thrills and, you know, exploiting, you know, and a lot of films are you can say are kind of exploitive in a way. You know, it's just torture porn, if you will. But the addition of James Wan to this growing DC Cinematic Universe, he seems like an interesting choice. I can see him bringing a lot of interesting visual ideas to the whole thing. You know? And also with Jason Momoa playing the title character, he seems like he is going to rock the house as this character. You know, he does bring that sense of ruggedness and wrinkleness. He just looks like the type. You know, he looks like Aquaman. Question is, he's going to beat Aquaman. Can he beat Aquaman? Enough about that. I mean, James Wan, as director of Aquaman. No, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be very interesting to see. There's notably you have the DC Universe's upcoming films. Of course, Batman v Superman comes out next year. That is going to be interesting in itself. It has to break. That film has to break even. It is historic because you have two of pop culture's most iconic superheroes together in one live-action film. That's never been done before. Suicide Squad has to connect, and it has to be successful with the audience and the critics. And Justice League has to do the same thing. You know, these films have got to succeed, or else DC's efforts are going to go. And we may not see this Aquaman picture, but you know, his Aquaman, it could be something. It could be worth seeing. It could be something worthwhile. You know. Another item on the world news is the news that Samuel Jackson will not appear in Captain America: Civil War. You know, I mean, I was kind of upset, you know, seeing that he's not gonna, you know, be in this upcoming picture. You would expect his Nick Fury to have a role in this, you know. But I guess he's all somewhere trying to rebuild S.H.I.E.L.D. from the ground up, you know, after what happened with Hydra in Captain America: The Winter Soldier, you know. But they say he has 2 films left on his contract. We don't know what films these are going to be. Speculation. I speculate might be the 2-part Infinity War film. You know, I mean, like I said, there's a lot. Like I said, I mean, there. I mean, his character could have had a substantial role. You know, he could be on the sidelines. You know, he could take on the role that he had in the in the first Avengers film. And and I believe Baron Helmet. What's the character's name? What's the character's name? Forgot. I forgot what the character. Yeah, you can expect him. But there's a. Yeah, it seems like they could have used me. It seems like he could have featured very prominently in the storyline. I mean, Civil War is big enough as it is. You know, I mean, the cast itself is probably Marvel's largest to date. You know, I mean, it's going to be amazing. Especially when you know, considering the storyline, you have these two superheroes, you know, and they're going to be at polar opposites, and it's going to be interesting to see their conflict, and you know, and it would have been interesting to see how Nick Fury fits into the whole thing, but he's not. And then Baron Helmut Zemo, played by Daniel Bruhl, I think is how you pronounce his name. He was in the film Rush, directed by Ron Howard. I mean, he's going to be playing the character in the film. And you could have done. You could have had Nick characters. He can have his Nick Fury character be involved in terms of, you know, going out to catch Zemo. But like I said, that's not likely to be, you know, because he's not going to be in the picture. But I hope this isn't the last we see of Sam Jackson as Nick Fury. We may never know. I mean, I wouldn't be upset about it. I mean, but he's done good as his. I mean, I will be upset about it, but not too much. But he's done well as his character, and I hope we get to see more of him in the future. Next item on the list is the Red Band trailer to Ted 2. Now, Ted 2 follows after the film, which was released in 2012, starring Mark Wahlberg, about as a guy with this this teddy bear who's been brought to life. And the plot of the film is Ted marries his girlfriend Tammy Lynn from the first film, and they try to have a baby together. You know, I mean, and he to have the custody of the child, he has to appear in court, and he has to prove in the court of law that he's as human as any one of us. Interesting, but and I like the fact that this new trailer does poke a bit of fun of what's going on in the cultural zeitgeist these days. Most notably, you know, with Star Wars. You know, I like the trailer. I've already had these humorous moments, especially with the part where they're all smoking weed. You know, and Mark Wahlberg and all his silliness. That got me hysterical, you know. And then, of course, in a lot of the shots that were used that was shown in the first trailer show up where, you know, where a blind guy who gets pranked by Ted and all those shenanigans. You know, comedy sequels tend not to do well at the box office. Most notably, big example. Hangover 2, and then the main sequel state. I mean, I'm a little hesitant about this picture. You know, it seems funny, but we don't know if it's actually going to be as good as the first one was. You know, maybe some of the novelty may have worn off but it doesn't seem to be. Hopefully, it doesn't seem. So far, it doesn't seem to be the case. But I want to see as much as the next person does. Now, the next item on the list is, several photos from the production of Suicide Squad have been released, and they feature the Dark Knight in those photos. It appears to be a kind of a car chase, and Batman is going after the Joker and Harley Quinn for reasons we don't really know about, And we don't know why the Joker is pursuing him. And Batman's role in this picture is not all known at this point. I mean, I was a little bit, hesitant about the idea of Batman being featured in this film. Don't ask me why. I mean, maybe it's because maybe because I thought there was no real need for him in there, or maybe it's I thought Suicide Squad at this point should stand on its own. I mean, the DC cinematic universe has had a hard time enough as it is trying to get itself established. Marvel's really way ahead of them at this point. They got 11 films out there, and I thought with Batman and Suicide Squad, I thought that his role wasn't needed. Now I'm like, we'll see how it is. I mean, we'll see. I mean, his role could be. Why not? Why not bring him into this? Why not bring him into the? Why not bring him into the fold? And the next item on the movie news list is that the second trailer to Mission Impossible Rogue Nation has been released. And the film is the 5th installment in the Mission Impossible franchise, which involves Even and his IMF cohorts going after the Syndicate, which is a rogue, which is an anti-IMF, and their goal is to destroy. And then the goal of this syndicate is to take down the IMF, and then Ethan and his team their goal is to prove the syndicate's existence and bring them down by enemies necessary. Now, from what I've seen from the 2 trailers, this looks wicked. I mean, especially the second trailer. They have a better. I believe it has a better use of music. I like the use of the Fugees in the trailer. The music for the first trailer. But I will prove the choice of music they had for this one. This looks phenomenal. This looks absolutely fantastic. They are on point with the stunts and action in this film so far. What I'm looking at so far looks amazing. Let's hope it lives up to what we see of it from these previews. And Christopher McQuarrie, I approve of his choice. I mean, being as he wrote the script for The Usual Suspects back 20 years ago, and he also directed Jack Reacher, which was vastly underrated. That picture should have gotten a little bit more attention than it got. But yeah, Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation. So far, what I've seen of it, this looks good. I mean, hopefully it will be one of the. Hopefully it will keep up the momentum of quality that Brad Bird had brought to the franchise with what J.J. Abrams brought with with 3, and Brad Bird, with the wonderful job he did with Ghost Protocol. Let's hope Christopher McQuarrie delivers another excellent installment in this franchise. The last item we're going to talk about in the world of movie news is that the rights to the James Bond franchise have been up for grabs. Now, Sony had a 3-picture deal with MGM to distribute Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, and Inspector will be the last film that they will distribute. I mean, I haven't been too critical of Sony's handling of the James Bond of the James Bond franchise You know, I mean, MGM has done great. I mean, MGM has done great things. That's the gate. It's the guardians of this franchise, most notably, of course. But the film rights still belong, I think, to Eon Productions, of course, which is Albert R. Broccoli's production company. And I believe the rights are supposed to go to Warner Brothers. They may go to either Warner Brothers and some others. But I do have my doubts. I do have my doubts about Sony being able to hold on to the rights to this franchise, most notably after what happened with the Hobbit trilogy. What's happening, and let's just say that MGM didn't really make a huge profit on those films. Like I said, I hope. The windfall with that, I don't believe it may not have the resources to still become custodians of this franchise, if you will. Of course, the Bond franchise. They were the custodians of the rights back in 1962 with the first Bond picture, Dr. No. Like I said, hopefully, hopefully MGM will still be the custodians of this franchise. And let's hope they'll be the custodians of this franchise for many years to come. All right, folks, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me in this first episode of Nurses United One Cineverse. And we will do this show every Thursday, and I will have another show for you tonight where we'll discuss what's going on in the world of science, science fiction and fantasy news. Like I said, make sure you tune to that around this evening, around 7 or 8. I'm not sure what time I will put the show on, but make sure you look out for it. And thank you so much for joining me on this first episode of Nurse Unites One Cineverse. And to my fellow nerds, I'll see you later.